Well, it's a rainy night. Time to look at our TVs and see who's going to show up on the Midnight Channel. But I guess we should first explain who's showing up in your ears right now. Hello, I'm Mayor Howard Vander. You might remember me from a beloved and critically acclaimed podcast known as The Vander Jam, where me and my best friend and segment and line producer, Medium Hollow, set out to change the game, and yeah, I think by all metrics we succeeded. But amongst all the glowing and glorious feedback we've received in the week since, one question seems to be at the fore of everyone's minds, and that's, Mayor and Hollow, what's next? Well, the answer for a while was nothing, really. Podcasting is hard work, even if it's stupid and useless. And also, it kind of helps if you actually have a concept or a premise for a show before you start making it. We got lucky the last time, but wanted to do something a little bit different, and it was really just waiting for the right idea to come. Until recently, during one of our long-winded Discord calls, Hollow and I discovered that as two white men in our 30s, both of us somehow ended up coming to the Persona video game series later in life. And with the heavily promoted and very well-selling release of Persona 5, Western audiences are finally really getting a good up-close look at a series that has captured the hearts and imaginations of many people in at least one hemisphere, going all the way back to 1996. But what is Persona? Well, it's a video game, but then again, there are many, and there are very few like Persona. It is, at one and the same time, a story about young people, an exploration of the mind, a dungeon crawler, a dating simulator, an excellent music game, and on top of that, it's also now a transmedial powerhouse with various tie-in novels, spin-off series, characters doing cameo appearances in other games, at least 2 full-length anime series, and a whole host of other things. So if you're anything like we were, often when you're confronted with a long-running series finally made available to Westerners, the obvious question is, okay, well, where do I even begin? And maybe the second obvious question is, what the hell even is this thing and why should I care? And that's where we got our idea. Introducing Don't Take It Personally, a podcast miniseries in which 2 best friends go game by game through Atlus's Persona series from the very beginning up until the present. It's gonna have a little bit of everything: history, trivia, gameplay tips, extended sequences of us struggling to pronounce Japanese names, and a whole bunch of other things that we unpack as we go through this remarkably dense and evergreen, fascinating little media series. And I guess our ultimate goal is getting to the heart of the matter and understanding, what is this curious beast? How can we explain it to other people? And maybe most importantly, how can we help other people realize that in a world where AAA games all kind of feel the same and all get a 9 or higher from IGN and make a ton of money, and of course further stifle innovation and creativity in a crowded marketplace, how can we help people realize that the creativity and dynamism that they're sorely needing in their life may be right under their noses? It kind of sounds like we work for Atlus, and we don't. We're doing this out of our own fandom and our own enthusiasm, and maybe a little bit because it's always fun talking to Hollow with an audience. So, if you dare cross the threshold and enter the Velvet Room and truly confront that which lies at the core of your being, you can find us coming to you periodically with forthcoming episodes. Once again, each is going to go game by game through the whole Persona series, or at least until we lose interest. You can find me over on Twitter at Vander_I am. You can find him over on Twitter at Medium Hollow, with 2 M's on the second one, and you can also contact our show for ideas, anecdotes, and input at personallypod@gmail.com. Watch this space. We'll have our full-length episode 1 coming to you before you even know it, and we'll see if we can deliver on our promise of giving you something that is 1/6 of the length of any one Persona game and about 1/5 of the quality. Will we succeed beyond our wildest dreams? Will we fail and give up forever and never speak to each other again? Or will we land at one of the positions between those two extremes? I guess you'll have to tune in and find out. But yes, coming soon to wherever fine podcasts are downloaded. And until then, just remember, life is full of challenges, but it goes a lot smoother if you don't take it personally.